everyone, my name's Caitlyn and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. So today I am going to be giving some recommendations for a Christian romance starter kit. So I know there have been a lot of new faces here on BookTube, a lot of new booktubers joining the Christian fiction community, and I think that's fantastic. I love that so much. I know there are a lot of people out there who are also transitioning from maybe more spicy books to just reading Christian and closed door books, and I love that as well. So I just wanted to go through and make this video that I've wanted to make for a while now of some Christian, these are all going to be contemporary romance recommendations. There are a couple rom-coms in here, and I will be doing separate videos at some point as well of historical romance, as well as more romantic suspense recommendations. But for this video, it'll be all either Christian contemporary romance or Christian rom-com, romantic comedy. So yeah, these are ones that I really love, and yeah, they're all favorites of mine, and they'd be great for if you're just starting out in Christian romance. This would be a great starting point, or even if you've been reading the genre for a while but want some different recommendations, these are good ones to check out. Okay, so I'll just jump right into it. So the first one that I'm going to recommend is Undeniably Yours by Becky Wade. This is book 2 in the Porter family series, and this is one of my personal favorite Becky Wade books. So this is what this one is about. When Meg Cole's father dies unexpectedly, she's forced to return home to Texas and to Whispering Creek Ranch to take up the reins of his empire. The last thing she has the patience or the sanity to deal with, her father's thoroughbred racehorse farm. She gives its manager, Bo Porter, 6 months to close the place down. Bo knows he ought to resent the woman who's determined to take from him the only job he ever wanted, but instead of anger, Meg evokes within him a profound desire to protect. The more time he spends with her, the more he longs to overcome every obstacle that separates them and earn her love. Just when Meg realizes she can no longer deny the depth of her feelings for Bo, their fragile bond is broken by a force from Meg's past. Can their relationship and their belief that God can work through every circumstance survive? Yeah, I love this one. So, highly recommend you check it out if you haven't already. Okay, the next two are ones that I don't have physical copies of. I just have them on Kindle, so I will put the pictures up here and read you the description. So the first one is From the Start by Melissa Tagg. This is book 1 in her Walker family series that is set in the fictional town of Maple Valley, Iowa. So yeah, it's fantastic. So this is what this one's about. Kate Walker used to believe in true love and happily ever after. While her own love life may have left her broken-hearted, it hasn't kept her from churning out made-for-TV romance movie screenplays. Until a major career slump and a longing to do something meaningful sent her running back to her hometown of Maple Valley. Permanently sidelined by an injury, former NFL quarterback Colton Green is temporarily hiding out in a friend's hometown to avoid the media and the reminders of all he's lost. Maple Valley seems like the perfect place to learn how to adjust to normal life. The only trouble is he's never really done normal before. While Kate plays things safe and Colton is all about big risks and grand gestures, they both get what it's like to desperately need direction in life. An unexpected project gives them both a chance to jumpstart their new lives, but old wounds and new dreams are hard to ignore. Starting over wasn't part of the plan, but could it be the best thing that's ever happened to them? Okay, the next one is called A Twist of Faith by Pepper Basham, and this is book 1 in the Mitchell's Crossroads series, and this is what it's about. The language of love doesn't have an accent, but with any other type, Dr. Adelina Roseland feels confident she can correct it. Accent reduction is her specialty, and she's worked 8 years in research to attain her dream job. But a secret wager to transform Appalachian cattle farmer Reese Mitchell into corporate material challenges Dee in ways she never expected, threatening her new position. For one, Adelina didn't plan for the faith and friction of Reese or his chaotic family. Now, drawn into a culture she tried to forget, Dee finds the warmth of family, the hope of faith, and the joy of love melting away the deep wounds of her past. But when Reese discovers that he's a pawn in her climb up the academic ladder, will he forgive Dee's deceit, or will their miscommunication end in 2 broken lives? Okay, the next one is called This Wandering Heart by Janine Roche. Now, this is the original edition, and there is a new cover, so I will put that up on the screen. Both are gorgeous. And this is what this one is about. Kira Knudsen gets the traveling opportunity of a lifetime, but when she reunites with her first love, she learns that even a wandering heart needs a home. No one in the quaint town of West Yellowstone, Montana knows that unassuming geography teacher Kira Knudsen moonlights as sensational travel blogger Cat Wonderful. No one, that is, except for her first love, Robbie Matthews, who has just discovered the woman he is falling for online is the same one that broke his heart 5 years ago. But Robbie has another problem. The mother of his daughter, Annabelle, has resurfaced and is determined to rip Annabelle away from him. Robbie needs a steady paycheck for a chance at custody, and embarking on a grand adventure with Kira promises just that. With so much broken trust between them, Kira and Robbie must keep an arm's length away to make this partnership work, but the more time they spend together, exploring majestic places and sharing new experiences, the closer they get, until their secrets and dreams threaten to cost them everything. Okay, the next one I have to recommend is The Secret Life of Sarah Hollenbeck by Bethany Turner. This is one of my all-time favorites. Well, all of these books are all-time favorites, but this one especially is. Okay, this is what this one is about. Becoming a Christian is the best and worst thing that has ever happened to Sarah Hollenbeck. Up to now, Sarah Hollenbeck made her very comfortable living as a well-known, best-selling author of steamy romance novels that would leave the members of her new church blushing. Now, she's trying to reconcile her past with the future she's chosen. She's still under contract with her publisher, and on the hook with her enormous fan base for the kind of book she's not sure she can write anymore. She's discovering that the church might frown on her tithing on royalties from a scandalous book. And the fact that she's falling in love with her pastor, well, let's just say that doesn't make things any easier. With a powerful voice, penetrating insight, and plenty of humor, novelist Bethany Turner explodes onto the scene with a witty debut that isn't afraid to deal with the thorny realities of living the Christian life. This, as you can tell, is a rom-com, and it's delightful. Highly, highly recommend. Okay, the next one I'm going to recommend is All That Really Matters by Nicole Deese. This is book 1 of a duology, and this is what it's about. Molly McKenzie's bright personality and on-trend fashion and beauty advice have made her a major social media influencer. When her manager turned boyfriend tells her of an upcoming audition to host a makeover show for America's underprivileged youth, all her dreams finally seem to be coming true. There's just one catch. She has little experience interacting with people in need. To gain an edge on her competitors, she plans to volunteer for the summer at a transitional program for aged-out foster kids. But the program's director, Silas Whitaker, doesn't find her as charming as her followers do. Despite his ridiculous rules and terms, Molly dives into mentoring, surprising herself with the genuine connections and concern she quickly develops for the girls, and Silas. But just as everything seems perfectly aligned for her professional future, it starts to crumble under the pressure. And as her once narrow focus opens to the deep needs of those she's come to know, she must face the ones she's neglected inside herself for so long. Love this one as well. Okay, and then the last one is another rom-com, and it is called Sure About You by J.C. Weaver. And so this is what this is about. She had her future perfectly planned. Now, she's not so sure. Isley. 3 things I love: quality food, 80s rom-coms, and my custom-made planner. 3 things I loathe: internet trolls, traveling, and Walter Paxton. Anita runs our online news site, DFW Daily, and she's dangling my dream job like the proverbial carrot. Now, my weekend getaway to finally meet my online, almost, maybe, sort of boyfriend in LA has become a work trip with the man who irritates me most. So why do I find myself relying on him with every bump in the road, literally and metaphorically? And why does he smell like a moonlit forest waterfall? Before this trip, my life was all planned out, but now I'm not so sure. Pax. 3 things I love: stargazing, coffee, and pushing Isley's buttons. There's no point in talking about dislikes. It's more fun to take things in stride and enjoy all that life has to offer. Do I want Isley for a babysitter on this trip? Of course not, though needling her is almost as fun as rescuing her. There's plenty of both when nothing on this road trip goes according to her perfect plans. I'm in the driver's seat, but she's the one driving me crazy. Only I'm not so sure it's in a bad way. So, yeah. Loved this one so much. It is delightful and highly, highly recommend it. So, yeah. So that is all the books that I would recommend starting out with if you're new to Christian contemporary romance / rom-com. Or if you're just looking for some good recommendations, these are great ones to pick up. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!